Hi. Hi. Ariza. I think the last time you came here, we met you at the Film Day in 2015. And I think at that time you told us that you were not sure that you were having a final.
Yes.
So with this coming, how do you feel coming back for the final?
You know, at the time, I actually thought it was the last one. There are questions. Some artists might say that's the last one. Right? It was every one of my intention that in the last episode, we wanted to make a stop to it. But then, and then we travel. I travel around making other films, and Mr. Wong went on to produce other films, and Wilson Yip went to direct other films. But then, there are so many fans in the world were asking, can you guys make another one? And everywhere I went, and there are so many fans, all walks of life, different race, different countries. I'm talking about not only in the film industry, but for example, last year I went to Kenya in Africa. I went to a little village. The Maasai tribes, they don't have any televisions, and they only watch DVDs. And when I met them, the whole tribes, you know, the tribes with the whole red outfit, I said, "Yeah, man, I be man." So that was the kind of inspiration that I gotten from the feedbacks from the world. And then we started to talk again. Is it possible to tell another story? After many years of coming to a solution, so we have decided to maybe one last time, but only if Wilson Yip came up with an idea, a storyline to conclude the very last final episodes, which you guys saw the film. But as far as me playing this role, it's been with me for the last 12 years, and I'm very grateful. But I think I'm going to put a stop to it. This is the last one.
Are you relieved? Are you telling us you're relieved?
In some ways, you know, a relief and a contentment, a satisfaction, because as an artist, we strive to create a role that we hope to stay in the heart of the fans, right? But I was very blessed that I found this role, and it has been with me for the last 12 years, played 4 times, and beloved by so many millions of fans. So, but all great things got to come to an end. So I think if I'm going to come to an end, I want to make it a perfect end. So I think this is a perfect ending.
Does the rumors say that this is your last action movie? Is that true?
No, not very true. Not true. I like to. Yeah, last Kung Fu movie. Again, you know, I wanted to clarify again because people think that I'm only saying this just to promote the film because just to get more attention. That is not my. I'm very known in the industry to speak the truth. I don't like to BS. I don't like to be propaganda and just for the sake of promoting the film, right? Make the long story short, Kung Fu movie is action movie, but action movies are not necessarily Kung Fu movies. But action movies conclude action comedy, war movies, Marvels, sci-fi, cop movies, detective. That's action movies. But Kung Fu movies is very particular. It actually it only happens in the background of China, if you think about it, right? You never see a Caucasians doing this and fighting. So it's a very cultural and unique artistic creation. And I've done it so many years, right? So I wanted to put a stop to that.
To be an actor for Bruce Lee would be something like very tremendous for you, I believe. So what does it mean for you to act for, to be an actor for Bruce Lee?
Well, let me say it first. For me, it's kind of, you know, as a Bruce Lee fan, again, acting a role of Bruce Lee is really happy and excited. And for me, I really want, if I can, I will keep acting Bruce Lee until I'm 80. If you still can, I can. But the main point is that from Ip Man 4, I really appreciate that. Thank you to our boss, Mr. Wong and Mr. Yan, and have a great chance to work with them. Bruce Lee is too famous. Train Bruce Lee, some people would challenge me, some people would say I'm a very good, different side. But in Ip Man 4, the move will give me back my confidence.
I don't think anyone want me to change the way everyone loved this role, this character, from day one. In other words, I didn't make it different. The difference is in the story. The difference is in how this character, Ip Man, the problems the issues that he faces and how he solved the issues.
How was it like having to fight with Scott this time?
Scott?
Yeah, because he looks really
just like,
intimidating.
for me, I fought so many people in my whole entire, I've been in the film industry for 37 years, I fought Jet Li, Jackie Chan, and, everybody, Jackie Wu, Mike Tyson, everybody. Actually, there's one person I wanted to fight Bruce Lee, which is Danny, but they never created. I think it would be interesting to fight. For me, it's not the difficulty of fighting the character or the actor. For me, it's how refreshing, how challenging. Oh, it's refreshing. Not so much of the most powerful opponent. For me, the challenge is how refreshing. So I think it meant encountering with the students Bruce Lee. I think that could be refreshing, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. Edmund Wong didn't put it.
Hi, I have one last question.
Okay, last question.
My name is Ellie. Donnie Yen and Danny Chan. I'm sure that during the making of Ip Man franchise from 1 to 4, you did your own style. Maybe some of the scenes you're using double body and all. But may I know what is your ritual or treatment to get a recovery when you injured?
I try to recover as much as I can, but as I'm getting older, that's just against the gravity of law. That's almost impossible. In my 37 years of making action movies, my body is like almost like a broken train with a very strong engine. So, I just, this is part of my profession, and I try to keep it running for as long as I can.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.